what I loved about the business and what I still love about the business I'm in, and the reason I transitioned the way I did, was we got to invent every single day. We got to create every day both our tools and the way we told stories and how those stories would be told and what those stories would be about. It was really one of the most awesome times ever. You guys work for big companies for the most part, and most of the people you work for are not governed for innovation. They're governed to make their numbers on a quarterly basis. They're governed not even for enterprise value or shareholder value, they're governed for share price. You, on the other hand, are governed for innovation. It is the greatest job in the world. Writing, producing, and directing, inventing promotional technology and advertising technology, inventing new ways to tell stories. This is the greatest, most innovative job in the world. And because of that, believe it or not, look to your left and your right, you are the actual architects of the future of communication, because you're going to be the ones on the front lines who get to innovate every single day. So my job today is not to tell you how to be a promotion director, a promo cutter, or a writer, or a storyteller in the 21st century. That's your job, and you'll figure it out. But what I'd like to do today is I'd like to help you craft the way you're going to think about what's about to happen. I'm not a futurist in any way. My job is to look at the next quarter, couple years out, and say, look, where's this going? Where are the trends that are absolute? And how do I need to adapt my business to survive and succeed? How do I succeed in a connected world? There's a little Shelley Palmer phrase you'll see in all of my books. It's technology is meaningless unless it changes the way we behave. Technology is meaningless unless it changes the way we behave. So when do behaviors change, and how does a network become more powerful? Now let's fast forward to right now. One person on Facebook can pretty much store their photos online and talk to themselves. But 1 billion people on Facebook, well, that's something altogether different. The math is actually incredibly simple. It's an observed law. It says the value of a network increases proportional to the square of the number of nodes in the network or users in the network. So my market, I can look at my market, I can look at penetration of devices in my market, and I can start thinking about how connected these people are, how valuable those networks are, and what that means to me as a promoter. What's this really going to mean? On an average house, on an average block, today, right this minute, there are 4 to 6 connected devices in the household. They probably have a Wi-Fi router in the house. They almost unquestionably have internet access in almost every market. Penetration there is pretty heavy. This time, 2015, you will have something like 16 connected devices in each household. That's a numerical certainty. What's the smallest unit of messaging? Is it a tweet? Could be. It's 140 characters. That's a pretty small unit of messaging. What's the smallest valuable unit of messaging in a connected world? What do you do with that data set? What do you do with those viewer preferences? What do you do with this data? How do you understand it, and what do you do with it? Do you parse it? Do you store it? Do you analyze it? Are you looking for business insights? As a promo person, why would you even care? You're going to look to the marketing department and probably the quant type people, the information scientist type people, to tell you what to do with your big data. I disagree. I think that data-driven marketing is your future. How's the business going to change when we don't have set-top boxes anymore, we have gateways in the house? How does the business change when tune-in is not really what you're trying to do, when it's pure awareness? How does the business change when not only is it awareness, but the network, as much as they want to be a brand, isn't a brand? When the show isn't even a brand, when characters in the show are the brand, when phrases from the show are a brand, when the smallest unit of messaging is what you need to jump on, when a derivative work, when a mashup is the message. These are all things that are now, and all of them can have a data-driven component.